All right, and this portion of the song, Incompetent Secondary, off the 1993 album Iniquitous, is the change-up portion, I call it, and it's kind of the middle of the song. Because it goes back to what you heard earlier on part one, or the intro. So here we got on a 2, let me think about this. Let me just play the part, and then I'll do an explanation. Screwed up. Okay, it gives you the idea. I'm going to try to play it even slower yet and go on the understood 5. So I'll go 2, 3, 4, ba, ba, ba. So here it is, 2, 3, 4. But you'll notice, though, when the vocals begin on the song, the rhythm changes slightly. And what you're listening for is, instead of 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, that 1, 2, 3, I'm pointing that out because that's where there's no vocals, and that's where those crashes are. And the guitar that starts that off does that, and when I started, that's the way that I count that. But once the vocals begin, it's no longer doing 3, it's just doing 2. So you'll notice it's... It's just 2 on there. So once it gets going, I'm gonna pause a moment. I might not be using the proper fingers in there, but I'm just trying to do it instinctively as I go along. But those are in fact the notes where it does. There's a blast beat or a blur beat that goes on through there, and that's this. That's probably the preferable way to do that with the finger I just used right there. Does this diminished interval. Then I'm sorry, wait, that goes. It's the chunk part. We call them chunk parts. This is like the main chunk part of the song, Incompetent Secondary. And so you'll do that where you're going, coming up to the 4th position on the bottom string with your 4th finger through all the vocals. When the vocals stop, it starts to go. it goes. Yeah, here's the next part, okay. The bass player was cooperative at the time and played with me on my guitar part, which was so that's going to go out of I wonder if I should still do more of a breakdown of that because I played it rather fast. It is a fast part. Coming out of the chunk part where it's got the diminished spread. This is diminished. When you got a spread like that. Oh, I know what I'm forgetting. It's this part. There's one more part. That's what it is. Before we go into that. It only does two of them. It's and then it goes. Here's that last one. There's vocals here. Anyways, if you'll notice too, there's chording with the other guitar in the band that follows. Well, you know, like in your mind, try to hear. Solo right here through this part. Okay, really, I'm going back into the parts that are earlier in the song, and that's all the parts, anyways. You know, all the stuff just basically repeats.
That's all for that one?
Yeah.
Alrighty.